Hey guys, and welcome to a few days of my life as a master's student. These past few weeks have been incredibly busy with uni, and honestly I've been struggling to balance uni work, YouTube, part-time jobs, boyfriend, social life, and also make sure I have time for myself. So I unintentionally had to take a little break from posting YouTube videos so I don't burn out. I never like doing this though because YouTube is one of my few creative escapisms and I love creating content for you guys, so I hope you enjoy this vlog. This week you will see me experience another mock-up crime scene practical, prepare for my deadlines, and discover new study spots. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So it's currently week 6 of my master's degree. For those who are new here, I'm studying what am I studying? I'm studying criminal psychology with forensic investigation at the University of Portsmouth. Since it is week 6 and we are quickly approaching the first few deadlines of my master's degree, I'm going to be taking you along with me as I not only prepare for those assignments, aka live in the library for the next several days, and show you hopefully all of those fun things I get to do on my course. Basically a Netflix true crime documentary wrapped up into a degree. So if you like the sound of today's study vlog, make sure to go smash that like button right now. So it tells me you want me to film more vlogs in the future. I was actually planning on starting this vlog yesterday, but I don't know if you can hear it a little bit in my voice, but over the last few days I've been feeling really unwell. Don't know exactly what it is. I'm hoping it's not the big bad C word, but I have a bit of a cough and my throat just feels like not fun, hence the Manuka honey tea. Honestly, the amount of tea I've consumed over the last few days is ridiculous. Problem is, this room, which is my bedroom for the next year, is apparently, unfortunately, quite susceptible to mold. And the time that I'm currently filming this, I actually went home last week for reading week, so I've not been in this room ventilating it for the past 7 days. So I wasn't really surprised when I came back on Sunday night and was greeted to a few mold spores on my walls. So I wouldn't be surprised if that has aggravated my throat. So that's been fun. Considering the damp issue, I did actually purchase myself a dehumidifier last night. It's the most wonderful and it actually managed to come like same day delivery, which is amazing. This is what it looks like. It's actually louder than I anticipated as well, which is not ideal, so I might have to have it running while I'm at university, but I put it in the bay window because of the fact that this area of the room is just so susceptible to mold. I've also just realised, since we're already a week into November, I better change my Harry Styles calendar. Much better. Oh, what a man, am I right? So the plan for today, I don't actually have any uni classes until 1, which is my 1 till 4 forensic investigation practical, which is basically the fun part of my week. It's that session where I literally go into fake crime scenes and get to pretend I'm a CSI, and it just feels so cool. I think this week we're actually doing bodily fluids as well, so that's gonna be interesting. But I need to do the pre-reading for that, so I'm gonna go do that now. I might go to the library just before my practical, just to get me out of the house, because one thing about this whole damp mold issue is that I don't really want to be staying in this room if I can help it, because I don't want it to aggravate my cough any more than it has already. Oh, we love student accommodation. Look at that. I can't even reach that. So yeah, I need to definitely log that. Right, so I've just finished the pre-reading that I wanted to do this morning before I go get the bus. Also, I'm currently just wearing a standard t-shirt and leggings. Outside, the weather is dreadful. So I think I'm going to put on this hoodie. Fashion.
So you can't do that.
That's the mood. That's literally how I feel right now.
I can't get up.
Oh god. 4-hour practical later. Yay. Well, I do, you don't.
I don't. I'm staying here. Yay. Where is your practical?
Victoria House.
Where is that?
After several hours of studying with Izzy, I left the library to go to my 4-hour forensic investigation practical, and honestly, no joke, the literal heavens opened and I got absolutely soaked. In my forensic investigation practicals, they've been teaching us how to recover evidence like fingerprints and blood, and how to observe and secure crime scenes. All of this footage is from the University of Portsmouth's YouTube channel because I can't really film in my practicals, but it shows you exactly what I get to. I typically do them in this basement that you're seeing here in a secure police building on campus. All crime scenes are fake, but made to look as realistic as possible. Today we had to dress up in PPE, so here's me and mine. This is to ensure we don't contaminate the scene or would lose vital evidence. Now for the next few minutes, I'm going to show you some images from today's actual mock-up crime scene. Today's made-up case did surround the sensitive topic of sexual assault, so if you know you would find this area distressing or triggering, please skip to the 7-minute part of the video. This is a reminder that no crime has actually happened in these photos, but it's made to look as realistic as possible, so please skip if this would make you uncomfortable. All photos here are photos we took there in the practical. We had to take photos of outside of the scene of the crime and any access points the hypothetical offender could have taken, such as this car park. Then we had to create a forensic strategy, so how we were going to go about the room without contaminating it, to observe, write down and photograph all important details of the actual crime scene. For example, the assumed footprint on the wooden plank. Afterwards, we recovered and packaged items that would have either DNA or intelligence on them, linking them to the offender. Right, so I've just got back in after my 3-hour crime scene practical, and I'm so sorry for the state of me right now. I'm literally so windswept and I'm just so tired and so hungry. I'm so glad to be home. Oh god, my hands smell of latex as well after that crime scene. Not gonna lie, going into it, I was dreading it slightly because of the amount of pre-reading we had to do, and also because it was quite a sensitive topic today. It was a crime scene that surrounded sexual assault. So I was kind of wondering what they'd be getting us to do today, but it was really cool this week to have another opportunity to go into a fake mock-up crime scene and practice our skills. Obviously, it being a sexual assault crime scene wasn't cool. I don't know if I've mentioned it in previous vlogs, but over the last few weeks, we've actually been doing a completely different crime scene and learning all of the evidence recovery stuff and crime management to do with that crime scene. Whereas today, because we got given like new intel in the made-up investigation, we actually got to go to a completely new property, different crime scene that I'd never seen before. Speaking of which, I've actually been able to keep my PPE suit. Obviously in the field, in like normal day life, you wouldn't be able to reuse your PPE suit because obviously there's going to be a stack of cross-contamination and like you literally would lose your job. But considering we're not doing an actual case, it's just for university purposes, they've assigned us a PPE suit to bring to every practical, because I assume within the next few weeks, now that everything's getting a bit more serious and like proper, they're going to be making us wear this every time, which is really cool. They're not the most flattering, but it actually kept me quite warm. On this course, they're literally training us to be CSIs, or at least in my forensic investigation module they are.
It's just so cool.
Yeah, I've got to find somewhere in this room to put this. But before I can fully rest for the evening, since it's 5:30 now, I'm going to spend the next few hours doing some more planning and research for my criminal psychology essay, but it's due in about 3 weeks time and is surrounding stalking and homicide. So that's what I'm going to do this evening. On Wednesday morning, I decided to have another early start at 7:15 as I wanted to get to the library for 8:30. The reason why I am heading to uni at such a ridiculously early time, considering I have no uni today, is because I actually want to make as much progress as I can on my criminal psychology stalking essay, and so far, because I've been ill and because I've had lots of other commitments, I don't feel like I've made as much progress as I'd like to have at this point. So I'm hoping today I can just bang out at least 1,000 words, maybe even more than that, just nail the essay so I don't have to worry as much for the rest of the week. I'm also very conscious of the fact of how ill I sound. Like, I can't believe it. I promise it's literally just like my throat that's playing up. I have a feeling I'm going to sound like this all day, which is great. Also, I was hoping to actually wash my hair this morning, but unfortunately one of my flatmates was in the shower, so I've had to go with my trusty friend wherever it is to dry shampoo. Just quickly, this is the outfit for today. I'm giving very Blair Waldorf vibes today. But let's go get the bus. feel like I look like Jesus with all this light behind me. Also, I'm really sorry about the background noise currently. The dehumidifier is on in full force. Like, I don't know how well it's kind of picking up on camera, the noise, but I feel like this dehumidifier just gives full industrial vibes. Like, I literally feel like I'm in a factory. I don't really want to turn it off because, you know, it's doing its thing. It's hopefully eradicating the mold. I've had it on since this morning. But yeah, I'm really sorry about the noise. But I've just got back from a full day of uni. Just got dropped off by Katrina, which was really lovely. I am now in my comfy clothes, also repping University of Portsmouth. But today's study day went well. I definitely did not intend to be in the library from 9 till 5. I think it was really good going today because it actually showed me where one of my favourite spots, like for the future, is. That being level 2 individual silent study. After today's study session, I feel a lot better. I feel like I've made a lot more progress. I was actually tempted to stay in the library until 7 because by 5 o'clock I was like fully in the zone. Like, I was like,
this is my argument.
Which is really strange because normally at 5 o'clock that's when my brain decides to just like dip out and it's like, nope, that is it for today. But for some reason I actually was more productive in the afternoon, which is strange. But the reason why I finished at 5 was because I don't really like coming back home late, especially now that it's getting dark so early. But since the night is still young and I'm actually in a really good motivated mood, I'm gonna do a little bit more of my essay and then go relax because, you know, I've had a long day of studying and I feel like I need to recuperate for tomorrow. So I'm gonna go do a bit more of my essay now and get back to you in a sec. I have a feeling my camera does not like the fact that I have literally all of my fairy lights on tonight. So I'm really sorry if you can see like a bunch of like grey lines going up the screen. But I've just finished tonight's I'm a Celeb episode and it's currently 10:30. But just before I actually go to bed, I am going to read a bit of my book. I guess you could say I've kind of made it some sort of ritual to read every night. Or I guess a hobby. I don't know why I said ritual. But yeah, I've basically made it part of my routine every evening now to read a bit before I go to bed. Currently I'm reading It Starts with Us by Colleen Hoover. This is actually the sequel of her best-selling book, It Ends with Us. I'm sure you've probably heard of it. If you haven't, I guess you could kind of say it's a bit of a love story with like other themes in it. And it really blew up on TikTok earlier this year. Literally everyone I knew was reading it. So I thought, why not try it? And honestly guys, I loved it so much. But if you have read It Ends with Us, you'll know that it does tackle a lot of difficult topics, especially when it comes to relationships and abuse that can happen within a relationship. And I don't really want to go into all of it right now because this video isn't really the time and place, but let's just say I have been through quite a lot of the things that actually the main character Lily has gone through in It Ends with Us. So when I read the book for the first time, it just really resonated with me. But regardless of whether you've gone through it or not, it is such a compelling, strong read, and everyone just basically wants their own Atlas Corrigan. You'll know what I mean if you've read the book. But 2 weeks ago, the sequel got released, so I was like, I obviously have to read it. I need to know where the story goes, and I'm about halfway through this book right now. I'm loving it. It's just, I want to read more of it, but at the same time I don't want to finish it. If you have read this book or you are currently working your way through it, I would love to know what you think in the comments. Or alternatively, if you haven't started the sequel but you have read It Ends with Us, I'd love to know what you thought of that book as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go read that now and get in bed, ready for tomorrow's very busy day. So today was another early start in the university library. I've started to suss out when the best times to go to the library to get a seat, and 9 AM is looking promising. Plus it gets me out the house to study. Today I first wrote out all my to-dos for the day and then wrote up all of my lecture notes for my afternoon lectures. These were on victimology and then qualitative research. Each week they throw a different themed research methods lecture to get us thinking about how we might want to do our dissertation project, which I find so useful because there's so many different ways you can carry out psychological research. Literally the star of my vlog. Taste test time. I like that.
Shit, man, that's good.
That is nice.
Do you want to try some?
Oh my god, I like that. I love the smell of it. That is nice.
Oh, that's juicy.
That'd be really nice to have in like winter, like fall time. It just reminds me of like
Try it,
spice.
it's amazing.
Oh my god.
That is a very good shot. Look at where the plants at the side of it.
I know, I might actually come down here in the future and...
This is my study spot.
Same. So I've just got in now from our little study coffee morning date thing, whatever you want to call it. That was really nice. I'm definitely going again. The coffee was just so good. Like, it's a little pricey, but it's worth it for what you get. And the donuts are so nice as well. Like, I just love the whole vibe in there. Plus, they have a photo booth, which, if you know me, you know I love a good photo booth. So that's always a bonus. The plan is now though, for the rest of the day, I am just gonna crack on with some free reading and working on my criminal psych essay, which I feel like is all I've done this week. But unfortunately, that's just gonna be my life until deadlines are over. So I feel like now is probably the best point in the day to finish this vlog. So I really hope you've enjoyed coming along with me for a few days as I prepare for deadlines and get even deeper into my master's degree. Oh my god, there's a fly attacking me. Apart from the forensic practical earlier this week, I don't know how exactly riveting this vlog has been, but it definitely does give you a realistic insight into what I get up to in the week as a master's student doing criminal psychology and forensics. So if you have enjoyed watching this little vlog, make sure to go smash that like button if you haven't already and subscribe. If you've been enjoying all of the master's vlogs so far, then you'll be happy to know that I am going to be filming a lot more vlog content over the next few weeks, especially around deadline season. But yeah, other than that, I've been Gaia. This has been a few days of my life as a criminal psychology and forensics postgrad student, and I'll see you next week for more content. Bye!